Hey guys, this is Captain for reporting for duty, and today we're going to be looking at none other than comic book ads. And we're going to be doing it from issue 306 from Captain America Volume 1 from 1985. So let's see what 1985 has to offer. There's just something about looking at comic book ads that, bring us sort of back to the time. So what do we got here first? We have start your own rip-offs, gang. Yeah, rip-off shoes. How cool of a concept is that? Think about it, just sounds terrible, like you're getting cheap knockoffs. But that's not really what it is. Rip-offs, they're really sporty athletic shoes in a variety of styles and awesome colors. Each pair comes with 4 different Velcro-backed colorful stickers that you can put on and rip off special spots on each shoe. You can choose over 500 more stickers from the catalog that comes with each pair. So you can buy the ones you want and swap them around. So not only do you buy your shoe, then you get their catalog and you buy more stuff to put on your shoes. Yeah, and they call it rip-offs to rip-off, but if you look at it, does look a little bit like the Nike Swash or Swatch or whatever they call it. It's definitely a rip-off, right? So anyway, okay, I want to save $2 on my rip-off order. So you can get $2 saved on them. But here's a super $2 savings coupon. Yeah, so you cut out your cover. Ooh. I wonder how many people ruin their comic books cutting out things like that. I mean, especially when the cover is such a big part of your comic book. Oh. So let's continue on and see if there's any other really cool ads in here, shall we? Oh, here's another good, interesting one to talk about. Most definitely. Let's make sure I didn't miss any. I don't think I did, though. Oh, I did. Oh, good thing. I would have fired myself, right? All right, here we are. How many bright Oreo cookie ideas can you come up with, it says. It says, go around the Oreo cookie clockwise. Start with the circled letter U. Write down every third letter on the dotted lines 5 times around the Oreo. Should give you 6 bright ideas for enjoying the one and only creamy, crunchy chocolate cookie sensation. Now think about this. So pretty much all you're doing is you're trying to do, guess, put in words there for it that you can come up with, like eat it and things like that. Think about what they're doing here. They keep you thinking about those Oreo cookies. Keep thinking about those Oreo cookies. And next thing you know, you want an Oreo cookie. Talk about some marketing there. Bravo. Or should I say shame? Now here's another one. An interesting one. Look at this. Taste that's out of this world. Reese's Pieces. They are the only words we know in our language, but working on great peanut butter tasting. Look at that alien thing there. A little fun thing. A lot of people don't, that some people, hopefully most people know this, but it's not everybody kind of thing. But originally, for the E.T. movie, they went to M&M, and M&M chose not to advertise in the movie. And Reese's picked them up on that, and that's what helped really boost the Reese's Pieces sales. Reese's Pieces are okay. I tend to like the M&Ms, the peanut butter M&Ms better. But it is what it is. I'm not a big candy eater anyway, though. So I'll take what I can get. Look at that Captain America strength there. Ugh. A couple things there. People, they underplay in the writing nowadays of Captain America. They underplay his strength, and they underplay his fighting ability, and they underplay his agility. They really don't do him a lot of justice in the writing nowadays. Oh, here we go. Another advertisement. Another big hit from Bonkers. The Bonkers bike bag. Yeah, a Bonkers bike bag. Look at it. Bonk. Bonkers, it says, hit you again with this fun new bike bag. It attaches to the front or back of your bike, and you can only get it from Bonkers. Bonkers comes with 3 chewy fruit flavors: strawberry, grape, and orange. Bonkers is so superfully bonkers. Bonks you out. Look at that. You can get a bag for $2.95 and 3 Bonkers labels. So yeah, you have to buy more of this Bonkers gum kind of stuff. And then you have to still pay $2.95 on top of it for some probably really cheaply made bag. Yeah, I can't see that being worth my time. I wasn't a gum fan or much of a candy fan anyway, so it probably really wouldn't have done it for me. Though to have a bike on my bag might have been helpful, because I used to put a bike on my handlebars. I just put a bag on it, like a plastic bag, and right with that one I had to get stuff. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look at this one here. Crazy label stick-ons. All kinds of these little ads here. 10 stickers free with our fun catalog. We have another comic book ad. We have Atlantic Comics. A lot of comic book companies would Stores would have their ads on these too. Those are always good. Marvel Comics price list. Yeah, I know what they are. Texas rattlesnake eggs. No, thank you. I'm not a fan of snakes. I hate snakes. You might like them. More power to you. Never been for me. Missed an issue. There we go. Or do you need that Atlas body? Can be ripped. Oh, yeah. Ripped. I always found these things neat. These missed an issue. That's one of the side businesses I started when I started my comic retail, was finding comic books that people were missing from their sets. Yeah. Rather than having this big overhead and all this big stuff for a shop, what I'd do is I'd buy my monthly issues, but I'd keep my business pretty much grounded out of my home. And I created a network of people who are buying comics, and I'd deliver them their comic books. And then I would also have search lists. Because back then we didn't have the internet. We could just click, click, click and buy what we wanted to. And I would search for those comics that people would want by going to swap meets, auctions, and all kinds of things like that. And when I'd get good deals too, I'd pick up what I could because maybe I'd already have it in my stock. Yeah. Boy, the days of owning my own comic shop, that was a long time ago. But I enjoyed it, and I got out of it, I think, just in time and used those funds to fuel my next business venture. Oh well, it is what it is. And look, we have Marvel Supermart. Oh, you gotta love these kinds of things. Comic book ads, just so much fun. Yeah, sorry I blew it around about myself a little bit there, but I think it's sometimes nice to know the history, and to get a little connection to the people you talk with and you watch, to understand where they're coming from. Oh, here we go. Choose your own adventure. I still love choose your own adventure kind of stuff. Are you ready for the fantastic adventures? The choice is yours from Phantom Books. Choose Your Own Adventures was just great because it got you reading, and it got you thinking, critical thinking, got you interested. You read it more than once because if you got killed off or didn't get a good ending that you wanted, you'd read it again and see if you could do better. Right? Oh, man. Those I always thought were really fun. I tend to like video games like that too. I know they're not the most, some people don't really call them a video game. They call them more of a walking simulator or playing a movie, whatever. I still enjoy those. We go through and you make choices and it moves from there. Like, also, I love things like Dragon's Lair, Space Ace. Oh, those were wonderful. Look here, Comic Book Convention 1985. These were when comic book conventions were actually comic book conventions. Not a bunch of movies and TV stars from sci-fi shows. It was actually more comic books, not as much toys either. Mainly comic books. Nowadays, you got a lot of other stuff, just not quite the same. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's different. There we go, another one. Comic books for sale. All comic books in this section are strict near mint condition, and they put this is J and S Comics, and this will tell you what they have for sale. Boy, that ad probably cost them a pretty penny. Hopefully it made them some money. Look at that. Oh, that character. If you know who that is without me telling you, let me know in the comments. I'd like to see if you know who that person is. Sometimes it's good just to check the old memory. Oh, we've done some of these in these kind of videos before, where you sell things for prizes and cash, things like that. And it says, call Captain O, operator toll free, and ask for Bridget. Yeah, Captain O, not Captain Frugal, Captain O. Sell cards and gifts. And from the free sales booklet from Olympia Sales Club Incorporated. Never did any of those things. I always found that I thought they were a waste of time. I'd actually make more by actually getting a real job and earning stuff. But if you ever did any of those things, let me know. Were you successful? Did it work out for you? I'd really like to know. Maybe it did. Maybe I wasn't giving them enough credit, if you will. Oh, the bullpen bulletins. Another great thing, too, to have and read what was there. Oh, these were quite a bit of fun. Sometimes I'd skip some of it. Didn't read them all the time. Sometimes I'd read a few sentences, and if it didn't grab my interest, I'd move on. But sometimes I would. And here we go, look, the hype box where they hype up comics like Moon Knight #1. He's back with a vengeance. How cool is that? Transformers #5. I read some of those Transformers. Those are pretty interesting. And then the checklist. That way you didn't miss any of the issues that were coming out there that you weren't aware of maybe, or you didn't realize. How cool is that? Boy, that was back before we had like online comic book updates on that, which I still use today to make sure I don't miss issues, because otherwise, man, it's easy to miss something. And here we go. American Graffiti. I know this isn't exactly an ad, but I like to mention these two. Changing of the Guard by Mark Greenwald. Oh, Mark Greenwald in Captain America. As we mentioned in this space last month, this says this issue of Captain America will be my last as editor and Mike Collins last as writer. You know, that was a good team. I will say, Jim Shooter, right? Wasn't he the editor? At this point, let me double check. Yep, Jim Shooter was the editor-in-chief here, which can't go wrong with Jim Shooter either. So bear that in mind. Some great stuff with Jim Shooter. And to finish it off, we got 2 more ads. We got another one for comic books. Special 1984 prices last time in 1985. Get your first subscription of 12 issues for $6. A big $1.80 savings. Now, trust me, people, back then, that's a good chunk of change, right? That's good savings. Yeah, people, that inflation. Wow, man, inflation's been terrible. I love it how some of these people nowadays are like, oh, we got this many dollars in sales. But did they accurately adjust for inflation? That's something we always have to check on, too. Also, there's a lot of manipulation in the marketing of comic books. And I can sort of understand why. You're not going to say, well, yeah, our comic book only sold this many issues. When you could try to pump it up a little bit. Because what they really care about is what they sold to the store. And here we go, Let the Stars Come to Your Home, All Star Comics. That was more of the kid-friendly group of comics that they published, like Ewoks, Fraggle Rock, Get Along Gang, Heathcliff, Planet Terry, Wally the Wizard, Strawberry Shortcake, Muppet Babies, Top Dog, Royal Roy, and Peter Porker. Peter Porker Spider-Ham was awesome. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I always liked Heathcliff. I don't like him as much as Garfield, but I like Heathcliff. I'm the same. And here we go. If you got problems, you got bumps all over your face, there's 12 ways to fight acne with one single drop. But I don't think we care about that advertisement too much here. We care more about the fun stuff. So there we go, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'll just say guys. I want to get somebody mad. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Captain America issue 306 ads. A little jump back to 1985 for a little bit of fun. I'm glad you joined me. Once again, if you don't mind, help out and support this channel. Staying just this far all the way to the end, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you care to. And don't forget, we have a Patreon and Subscribe Star if you like as well. If you do like those things, we offer lots of free things, like free videos that are special just for you. Sometimes I even offer up, hey, free comic books, let me know. And I've now been also putting up free music. That way, if you're doing videos yourself, you can use those and have no worries about getting any copyright strikes or anything like that. I own all the rights to it, which I leave it to open for everybody on those. And I have other things that are coming up in the works too. I hope that you would join me for that as well. Thank you for your time, and until next time, keep it frugal.